Hey guys, it's Mark here from Body Blast Bootcamp and Transform Fitness Training in Southport, women's fat loss and body transformation specialist. And today I've just made this quick video to talk to you about weighing yourself when you're trying to get into shape. So a lot of you, when you are trying to get into shape, you may have dropped the dress size, your clothes may be feeling a bit looser, you may have noticed in the mirror that you're looking a lot better, you may be getting loads of compliments about how you look like you've lost weight, you may feel loads fitter and loads stronger, but if the scales say that you haven't lost any weight, then all of that disappears and you've failed and everything's rubbish and you haven't got any results. Obviously that's wrong because you've got results from elsewhere. Now the weight doesn't always tell you the truth, it doesn't tell the whole story. You shouldn't be focused on the scales when you're trying to get into shape. Loads of stuff can affect your weight. Your weight isn't how fat you are, your weight is how much you weigh. And how much you weigh is determined by loads of things. Now, from a day-to-day basis, your weight can change by as much as half a stone. So for myself, one day I might be weighing at 12.5 stone one day, and a few days later, I might be at 13 stone. Now loads of different things can affect your weight. So I'll just go through them now with you very quickly. So obviously muscle, everyone's heard that muscle weighs more than fat. Well, that's not true because 1 pound of muscle will weigh the same as 1 pound of fat. However, muscle is denser than fat. So a pound of fat will look about that, whereas a pound of muscle will look about that. So muscle takes up less space. So if you put on muscle and you lose fat, you're going to look a lot slimmer and a lot more toned, but you may weigh the same. So putting muscle on is going to make you weigh more. So you may have lost loads of fat and put muscle on, but the scales are still the same. Now another thing that can affect your weight is water. So loads of different things can make you put on more water. For women, a key one is that time of the month. You're obviously a bit more bloated than usual. That's because you're retaining a lot more water than usual. Other hormones can affect your water retention. A particular one is cortisol. Now cortisol is increased with stress, if you're not getting enough sleep, and dieting and exercise also increases cortisol as well. So if you're secreting cortisol, you're naturally going to take on more water, which means you're going to weigh more on certain days. Another key one for water retention is salt. If you're having salt in your diet more than usual, then you're going to retain more water. So water is a really key one when you're looking at your weight. That's why it can change. Your weight can change so often because your water retention changes as well, very often. Another one, which is often overlooked, is the contents of your stomach. So if you've had lots of water that day, or if you've eaten food, or your digestion system's not working as quick as usual, stuff on the inside, which is going to make you weigh more. So in the morning, when I get up, I might weigh 12 stone 5, but by the time I go to bed, I'm getting towards 13 stone. And that's just down to the stuff I've consumed throughout the day. And another thing that can make you put on more weight is carbs. Carbs are infamous for messing with your weight, because what happens when you have carbs is the carbohydrates will get stored in your muscles. Not only that, but carbs take on water. So 1 gram of carb means you're going to take on 3 grams of water. So the carb binds with that water and it sits in your muscles and makes you weigh more. So instead of looking at the scales and using that to determine whether you've got results or not, instead I want you to look in the mirror. If you look like you're changing, then you're changing. I want you to see how clothes feel on you, and I want to see how you're feeling yourself, if you're feeling fitter and stronger. What I do with my clients is I'll take the weight, but I'll also do the body fat percentage and the tape measurements as well, so you can really see where the results are coming from. Okay guys, so stay off those scales, and until next time, see you later.